Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Quit waiting. Quit waiting and just do it, okay? Just put in the work today. Put in the work. Stop waiting. Waiting is just another form of procrastination on its own that you're trying to feed yourself, that you're trying to instill in yourself. That is not how you're, that is not the way you're programmed to function, okay? You aren't programmed to keep delaying things, keep holding yourself back on the things you actually know that will yield you long term results and as well lead you to success. So just do it. Just do it. It could be anything: hitting the gym, eating clean, limiting ultra processed food from your diet or whatsoever, okay? Just do it. What's up, fam? If you're just joining now, you're most welcome, okay? It's your guy, man. Ed. Happy weekend to you. Hope you all are having a great weekend. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. If there is any question you guys want to ask me, you could go on to drop them on the comments, okay? And I will respond to each and every one of you. Yep. Any question, fitness related, personal question, or whatsoever, ask me. Okay, okay. The time over here is 7, 12 7 a.m. It's like it's so early. I should be in bed right now, but just dawned on me that I haven't been live for a while, which is why I decided to come on live to say a little bit hello to you guys and as well wish you guys well. Happy weekend. So if by now your goal is to, okay, since you guys don't want to ask any question, let me be the one to go with the talking, okay? Yep. So if by now you want to be shredded and you haven't figured out, you haven't figured out how you're gonna get started, you are not alone because we are all bound to make mistakes, but there are times I think we shouldn't make mistakes. It's not that making mistake is bad, but there are some things that are limiting us from not doing the right things, from not doing what we know that we are that from not doing what we know that we actually lead us a long-term result and as well lead us to success. And most of the times it could even be ourselves holding ourselves back, okay, and as well limiting beliefs trying to intrude into our thinking. Yeah, intrusive thoughts trying to manipulate us to fall short of the big goal or big dream that we have. Most of the times you overeat not because you want to. You couldn't even tell why you overeat or why you had that ultra process. I've been on a situation whereby I would say, okay, I'm gonna eat clean this all through this week, and at the end of the week, when I look back, I would notice that, oh, so I fell short at some point. Like, I would move on. But those action doesn't justify the fact that yes, this is like they don't justify my action or whatsoever. It's just that I needed to be mindful of the things I put into my system. I needed to be self-aware of my environment, because our environment plays a crucial role as well to the things we eat. Because if you live in an environment where once you step into the kitchen, the first thing you will see on the kitchen pantry is all these high carb, ultra processed foods or whatsoever, all these ultra processed foods of many kinds, many forms, then there is a 90% or 80% chance that you will end up eating those ultra processed foods. So you need to start from your environment. You need to start from your environment when it comes to being shredded. You need to be self-aware of the things you have in your kitchen pantry. Yep, you need to be self-aware of the things you have in your kitchen pantry, because those things will go in the long run to influence your decision and as well your eating habits. Imagine seeing your favorite snack that is high in ultra processed and then having it, and you would tell yourself, okay, this one is like, this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna have, and at the end of the day you will end up consuming more than two or five of that. It's so weird, but we can all hold ourselves back from the urges that these foods comes with. Yeah, we can, only when you realize that those kind of habits are just instant gratification. They will just make you to feel happy, be in a good mood at the moment. But once you're done having all those things, you won't feel your best self. You will not feel that same way anymore. It's just that as you're having them, the dopamine is being released and endorphins as well are being released to make you feel good. But at the end of the day, when you look at yourself after having those sweet tooths or ultra processed, you look at yourself in the mirror, you would notice that your stomach is beginning to protrude out. Your stomach is beginning to, some fats are beginning to accumulate on your stomach, and as well, your weight has increased a little bit or has increased. Okay, let's just remove the little bit and use the word increased. There has been a surge on your weight. It all starts from the kitchen. It all begins from your kitchen, from the environment you live in. Freddy, welcome. Freddy Buck. Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday, mate. Hope your weekend is going great. Hello. So, if truly you want to stop your, how have you been doing? I'm doing great. Can't complain. How about you? So, if truly you want to curb ultra processed food from your destined diet, you will need to give yourself a good reason as to why you should cut down on the ultra processed food, because when you do not have any reason attached to as to why you want to cut down on ultra processed food, or you just watch someone else's video and you just say, oh, I'm gonna cut down on ultra processed food just because of what this person said, without you yourself having a reason as to why you want to cut down on ultra processed food. If there is no reason attached to it, and as well a new habit or a habit replacement, then within 2 days or within the next day, you will end up having those ultra processed food that you're just trying to curb. You got any friends? Just a few. Just a few. So you need to give yourself a reason as to why you want to stop ultra processed food. Be it okay, let's assume that you want to stop ultra processed food because it's making you to add a lot of weight. You're gaining weight all of a sudden. Fat storage, excess fat storage, or excess body fat, inflammation, or rather, let's use the word health deterioration. It deteriorates your health, okay, or whatsoever. Even if you want to have this kind of treat, if you want to give yourself a treat, you should be mindful of the ingredients that are used in what you're having, okay? The ingredients shouldn't be too many. Yes, I'm not saying that you shouldn't give yourself a treat once in a while, but there are ways you could do things to balance things rather than just eating unhealthy every day thinking that it's all right or that you're gonna lose weight. No, you will still be the same way you are. Rather, instead, you will be adding more weight and there will be much or higher levels of this thing, fat storage in your body, even around your abdomen, because most of the fats these days are going to our stomach, not even on our hand. You barely see someone complain that their hand is fat. Rather, once someone is complaining that they are fat, they are referring indirectly to their stomach. Everybody's not struggling. Most people are struggling with belly fat. Belly fat has become one of the biggest issue most adults, men and women, are facing these days. So the best way to control it is through your diet. Through your diet. Okay? You need to balance your diet. You need to eat clean, healthy, and as well cut down on the ultra processed food, because if you're eating healthy and you do not cut down on the ultra processed food, your physique is still gonna be a mess. Your physique will still not be the way you want it to, because you're doing one thing right and you're doing the other thing wrong. Like it's just like mixing it and making it to be even, which isn't right at all. One need to be one need to be greater than the other, okay? One need to be greater than the other. You can't just serve two masters. It's just like serving two masters at the same time, eating healthy and as well eating unhealthy every day. No, that is not the way it works. If truly you're serious about losing weight, if truly you want to get into the shape that you solely desire before the end of 2024, then you will do, yeah, is it 20, before the end of 2024, then you will do what is necessary to get those steps going. Like, you will do what is necessary to get to where you want to be. Ask yourself why you want to be fit. Ask yourself why you want to lose weight. Give yourself reasons as to why you want to do these particular things, and then work your way into accomplishing those goals, those things, okay? Walk your step. Do it. Do just do it and stop waiting. I'm not saying that my life is perfect. My life isn't perfect, okay? My life isn't perfect. We all experience a breakdown at some point in our life. We all experience procrastination in some way. On our daily life, it's not something that we will come to discuss on here with you guys. Like, even your best motivational speaker, there are days they do experience procrastination, but it's not something they will come to share on here with you guys, okay? Yes, I'm just telling you guys this thing. Even if you watch this video, even if you're just listening to what I'm saying, but you feel like, okay, this thing is gonna give you a surge, like it's gonna give you a like a reassurance or assurance that you will keep up with the frequency of you lifting, hitting the gym once in a while, or working out, and yet you end up not applying that thing, you will not get results. it's not about listening, it's about applying the things you're listening to. It's about doing those things that you're learning or grasping from a particular video. You've had that in order to achieve a great physique, or in order to lose weight, or in order to be in that shape that you want to be, that you need to watch your diet, because nutrition plays a crucial role on how well your physique is going to appear in the long run. But still, you end up slacking off and not, meeting up to your target with your target. Then you need to ask yourself why you're falling short, what you're doing wrong, and as well how you could go on to correct that thing, okay, so that you will be the way you want to. It's all about controlling your mind, controlling your brain, having control over this thing. Once you have control over your brain, there is nothing you cannot conquer, there is nothing you cannot beat, because this is where everything happens, this is where everything begins. Guys, if you're just joining now, you're most welcome, okay? If you are just joining now, you are most welcome. To be honest, it's not easy to maintain a shredded physique. It's not easy to eat clean. But you're not gonna go with the mindset that these things aren't easy at all. You should be going with the mindset that these are actually easy to do, that you're gonna do it and you're gonna get to that level that you want to be. Nothing is gonna hold you back, because once you are saying, once you're using these words, you cannot, or this thing is too difficult, you're setting yourself up for limitation, you're setting yourself up for setback, like you're just drawing yourself back, and at the end of the day you will end up procrastinating and fall short. You fall off the wagon, and you wouldn't even realize it. You wouldn't even notice that it's what you said with your own mouth that is affecting you mentally, physically, spiritually, and otherwise. So be mindful of the things you say to yourself when it comes to your appearance, when it comes to yourself alone, when it comes to your future. You shouldn't be using low vibrational word negative frequencies on yourself. You should be using positive words on yourself. Other than saying getting shredded is hard, or that you can't get shredded, why not ask yourself, how can I get shredded? What can I do to get shredded? And why do I want to get shredded? You need to have a reason as to why you want to. Like me now, why do I want to be rich? Everybody have a reason as to why they want to be rich, because their current condition isn't paying off. Like their current condition, they are not comfortable with it, so you need to step up your game. Yes, you have a reason as to why you want to be rich. You have a reason as to why you want to eat. You want to eat because you're hungry. That is why you want to eat. You want to make money because you need money to sustain life. You need money to buy things, the things that you actually need, the things that, yes, this is what I need, this is what I want to get, this is how I want my daily life to be. You need money to keep up with most of your daily activities, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Samson? Relying me. What do you mean by relying you? Do you mean reply me? So when you want to be fit, if truly you want to be shredded, you need to have a reason as to why you want to be shredded, okay? Have a reason so that it will make that habit concrete, so that it will stick with you, it will stick to you, and as well sustain you. It will help you to build momentum in the long run, because when you don't have a reason as to why you want to be this way, you want to be fit, you want to lose belly fat, you want to lose body fat or whatsoever, or even be healthy, then you will end up at the end of the day falling short. You will end up going back to your old ways of doing things without actually trying a new different thing to improve your health and as well to get to where you want to be. Seems like I'm gonna get off the live. Hello, welcome. If you're just joining now, you're most welcome, okay? Happy weekend to you all. Guys, can ask me any question. Any question. If you have any question, drop them down. I actually do not enjoy being silent on a live. I don't like being silent. I like to talk whenever I'm on live. So if you have any question, please drop it in the comments. Drop your questions, guys. Drop your questions. Or should I talk about bread? If by now you're still eating bread and you're still asking yourself why you're unable to lose weight, or why your weight is adding all of a sudden, like out of the blue, you're just adding more pounds each day, day after day, weeks, months after months, you're still, instead of you to lose weight, or instead of you to even try to bring down your current weight, your weight is like is increasing all of a sudden, is drastically increasing in a tremendous way. You don't know why. That's because you're having bread the wrong way, and you're just thinking that, okay, just since this is you just thought to yourself that since this is actually bread and it's light, it's not going to cause any insulin spike, or it's not going to make me to be fat just because this bread is light, and there isn't much of a thing or much ingredient that was actually used during the manufacturing time. But some things has been stripped off from the distance, from the flour, the rye, the fiber, and a lot more. Once the fiber has been stripped off, just know that it's gonna spike your insulin. It's gonna secrete insulin. That's why you are fat. The reason why you're fat is insulin. So once you're able to control your insulin, you won't be fat again. And one of the things that could actually spike your insulin or secrete your insulin is bread. Okay, white bread will secrete your insulin. So it's better to have a little or have it in moderation with a high protein diet. Yeah, it could be with egg, anything that is high in protein, fish, meat. Yep. Accompanied by distinct vegetable, greeny leafy vegetables, because greeny leafy vegetables are high in distinct fiber. But it could be broccoli, kale, what's it called? Um, what's the other one? Let me forget about it. I'm not here to name green leafy vegetables, by the way. Hi, Samson. Hi, 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 hi. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And as well, healthy fat. You need all these things if you know that. Not just if you know that this is how your diet should be, but I'm not saying your diet will always be this way, because I know that not everybody's pockets are the same. Like, just because Barnabas is able to afford a Bugatti doesn't mean that Ken will be able to afford this thing Bugatti. Ken's money might be up for this thing Lamborghini, then that's the one he would get or opt for. So whatever your money could purchase, that's what you should go for, okay? Yes. You spend according to what you have, not beyond what you don't have. They say apps are made in the kitchen. That's true. And why bread will make you fat is because there is no mineral, fiber, vitamin contained in it. It's just an empty calorie food. It's not like those complex carb, right? Yeah. It's an empty calorie distant diet. So it doesn't contain any fiber, protein, and it doesn't contain a heavy fat. The fat that is actually contained in it is a trans fat, right? Yep. Which isn't good to the human head. But I'm not saying you shouldn't have bread. There are ways you could have bread and it will do less of a thing on your destiny blood sugar level. Okay? Is by incorporating the right thing to eat. Healthy fat, you could go on to eat your bread with avocado. Yeah, avocado is high in this monosaturated fats. Yeah, which is good for the brain, good for your skin, good for your overall health. Like avocado is a natural fat. It's one of the healthiest natural fats out there. So it's all about what you pair with what you have, what you eat. It really matters a lot. It does. But I would suggest, if you're struggling to lose weight, or if you're struggling with belly fat, that you cut out entirely on ultra processed food, be it bread or whatsoever, okay? Cut down entirely on ultra processed food for 1 week. I'm not saying for a month, okay? For 1 week, do not give yourself a treat at all. Then after 1 week, you could go on to give yourself a treat, a little treat in the coming week, okay? But once, not twice, once. But if you want this kind of habit to stick with you, then you will need someone to hold you accountable. Maybe you would promise this that person that once you fall short, that you're gonna pay them $10. Yes, so that you know that you've given yourself enough reason as to why you wouldn't go back to your old ways of eating unhealthy. Like, once the person catches you, falling short or slacking off, then you get to pay the person $10. By the time you've done that, like five times, you would know how much you spent already. That's $50, right? Then you will learn your lessons. I'm not saying that this $50 is too much for some persons. For some persons, it's too small, while to others, it might be a lot. So that's life. Accountability really makes a whole difference, okay? Having someone to hold you accountable makes a habit to stick with you. But if you're a type of person that can do it yourself, then you have a lot of self control. You could actually do it yourself. I used to do mine myself. I have no one to hold me accountable. I'm holding myself accountable. You can hold yourself accountable, okay? If truly you trust yourself and if truly you know the kind of person you are, okay? Yep. Are there days that I eat unhealthy? Yes, there are days I do eat unhealthy. There are days I do give myself a little treat, but once in a while, I do not overdo things. I make sure not to overdo it because too much of everything, whether good or bad, would have any will have a consequences of its own. So I don't want anything that might affect me. So which is why I'm trying my best possible way to balance it, okay? Yeah, I'm not suggesting or saying that you should eat unhealthy. I'm against eating unhealthy. But what I'm not against is giving yourself a treat once in a while. I'm not against giving yourself a treat once in a while, okay? You could go on to give yourself a treat once in a while as a reward of all the work you've been putting through, all the effort you've been putting through into not eating unhealthy, okay? Yep. Camilo, what's up? How is your weekend going? Hello, Camilo. Guys, I'm almost about to get off the live. Sorry about that. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in on today's live. I appreciate you guys, and I don't take each and every one of you for granted. Okay, y'all are cherished forever in my heart. Okay, yeah, but unfortunately, I'm feeling sleepy right now, and I need to go to bed. You guys open my eyes. The guy or the boy is feeling sleepy. By the way, if you're just joining now, you're most welcome. Okay? Yep. So with that being said, do not forget to eat right. Do not forget to eat clean. Cut down on the ultra processed food, okay? Cut down on the sugary beverages as well. Cut down on the alcoholic drinks. You want to try as much as possible to reduce hand, or bring down the things that are actually making you fat, and as well as spiking your insulin, because whatever that makes your insulin will deter your body from tapping into your fat reserves, which as well stop you from burning fat and as well losing weight. So if you wanna lose weight, if you want your body to tap into your fat reserves, stop eating foods that spike or secrete insulin all the time. Foods that when it secretes your insulin will be high for a very long time before it falls down. Okay, you lose or you burn fat at rest when your body isn't processing any food or digesting any food. That's when your body is better able to tap into its fat reserves. So I think that's where intermittent fasting comes into display. But I'm not saying you should fast all the time, okay? But it could be something that you just give yourself a time frame that you're like, I'm not gonna eat for a while. I'm just going to wait for some, hours before having this meal, or for some minutes. Yeah, it could be whichever way that works best for you. Okay, whatever you feel like that works best for you, that's what you should be doing. If training your abs works for you, then train your abs, train them. Just do it, okay, rather than waiting to watch videos that will motivate you, because at the end of the day, motivational videos will not be there to sustain you. What will actually be there to sustain you in the long run is you, is how you handle the situation right in front of you, how you're able to get back up even when you fall short. Okay, yes, we are all humans and we are bound to make mistakes, but in the course of our mistakes, we should as well be able to take correction and learn from our mistakes and then grow. There should be a stepping stone to us achieving success. And as well, correction. Yes, you need to re-strategize. Okay? Yep. Okay, guys. I'm gonna see you guys some other time, okay? Yeah. Good night, and you all should have a blissful day. You all should have a great day, okay? Peace. And if you're just joining now, you're most welcome. Good night, everybody. I love you guys. Okay. Bye bye.